Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position that is both sturdy and comfortable. You want to be comfortable because then, if you're not, you'll be distracted by your body during the practice, which is kind of unnecessary. You also want to be sturdy because then it's kind of good for the mind. It allows us to feel like we're here to stay. We're not about to jump up and do something at any moment. We're about to just be here and be here for being here's sake. So sitting in a chair achieves that goal, those two goals. Or you can lie down, just don't fall asleep. Or you can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find anything that works for you. As long, of course, if it's sturdy and comfortable. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing so, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you, looking at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you, just as long as it's away from the screen and out of the distraction of other places. We're not staring or concentrating at a particular spot in the floor, but we're also not zoned out, buzzy, or blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze down. Allow this moment. Just allow it. Everything that arises and falls away, just allow it to be. We let go of this little control freak that's always seeking to change the situation, and we begin our practice by letting it all be, just as it is. As the great Indian meditation master Papaji says, that which wants to arise, let it arise. That which wants to stay, let it stay. And that which wants to go, let it go. And chances are I'm probably catching you thinking right now. Maybe I reminded you of something and you went on a long thought process about something, wandering off. This is why you suffer. This is why you feel unsatisfied. Because you're too attentive to the thoughts in your head. That's all. The existence of thoughts aren't a problem, but our attachment to them is why we suffer. So instead of just incessantly paying attention to thinking, we let our thinking do what it wants. We let the mind think of all the crazy stuff and horrible things and sad things and happy things it wants to. We just don't get involved. And a way to course, or rather train our attention to leave thinking alone, is to bring it to an object that's very easy to pay attention to, which of course is the sensations of the breath. So bring your attention away from the thought factory in your head and move it towards the coming and going sensations of your breathing. Nothing special here, just wherever you feel your breath. And instead of following this next thought, remain with the in-breath and the out-breath. Watch them sincerely and allow them to be as they are. And I might be catching you thinking again, and that's okay. Gently return to breathing. Allow things to be. We're not forcing anything here. We're gently noticing the breath and allowing everything else to just be as it is. Invite everything into your experience. Come back. Come back to breathing. We're not achieving anything. We're not getting anywhere. Just leave it all. Give it up. Allow this moment to clear the slate. Let it transform you. Just move out of the way and let it take you over. Give it up. You are here. Your true home. Why leave it? Just rest and allow everything to happen. Give it all up. All right. You can look at the screen. It's funny the paradox that this practice kind of is. Uh, There's a lot of misunderstandings about meditation, and or maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Maybe there's just a lot of different types of meditation. It's probably a better way of saying it. And I've done so many of them. I've done everything you can think of. I used to live at this temple where they would do, um, we would all do like sweat lodges and open eyes staring into a teacher's, you know, eyes meditation and chakra readings and energy realignments and cleansing with smokes and all of that. I really went through all of that. All the spiritual, the spiritual smorgasbord I have been through. Not only just like the spiritual side, the people who are like, oh, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual, but also the religious side, where I used to be a Rastafarian, basically a Buddhist, and of course, a Christian. But I'm not those anymore. And what I've found is what all these religions and all these attempts of religious and spiritual effort is something that's available regardless of your beliefs. Regardless if you believe energies and chakras and all of these things exist. Doesn't matter. And in fact, I found that learning about these things and studying these things can be a tremendous distraction. It can lead to just gaining this spiritual self-identity or this religious self-identity, reinforcing the separate sense of being a self, which of course is the true purchase of this practice. It isn't something I created. This isn't my practice. I came from Zen. But what we practice here is really the singular line that's in Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam. There's this single line, and it always says, give up. This little me isn't real. You are not what you think you are. Literally. Because what you think you are is just thinking. And so any effort to transform one's life, a transformation of our consciousness, a transformation of our experience here, is immediately, what's the word I'm looking for? It's immediately stunted by effort, by trying to transform, by trying to be more loving, by trying to be more aware, trying to be smarter, trying to be this, trying to be spiritual. And if you listen to the words of Sri Ramana Maharshi, or the church father like Mr. Eckhart, or the Zen Buddhist like the Bodhidharma, the founder of Zen, or Shunryu Suzuki, they all say the same thing. Wake up. Let go. Give it all up. I think it was Jesus who said, if you want to follow me, you have to give up the world. Now, again, I'm not religious in any way anymore, and I'm not spiritual either. But if you want to, because I found that if you really want a true transformation of your life, you want to really see what this is, what you really are, give up. Sometimes. I'm not saying forget your life. I'm not saying don't try at life. That's not what I'm saying. But if you want a genuine, what we can call spiritual life, give up spirituality. Give up this seeking, because the one that's seeking is an illusion. Allow things to be as they are and truly rest. Learn to leave thinking alone. Thinking isn't a problem, but it is the distraction and the biggest addiction for all of us. So once we learn to free ourselves, to get sober from thoughts, then we can see what we are. It's like not seeing the blue sky because we're too distracted by the clouds. The sky's always there, and the clouds can always be there. But if we're distracted by the clouds, we won't see the blue sky. In the same way, if you're distracted by thoughts, you won't see yourself. So it's not spiritual. Just learn to be quiet and let go of thinking and recognize what you really are. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up as always, and of course, without exception. I'll see you tomorrow.